Hi guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, and we're here to do another general read. So before we begin, make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if any of this resonates with you. With that being said, this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with all of you that watch this. But, make sure you watch the entire thing. There might be a message that's in there for you. Maybe not all of it applies to you, but there might be something that you are being guided to see and hear. Also, if love becomes a part of the reading, my default is reading to a female about a male. So pronouns are interchangeable. He's can be she, she's can be he's, he, she, them, or they, or whatever is going on in your life, whatever applies. Let's get started. I'm really loving these general reads. They're really fun to do, and they've been helping me a lot. Whoa, okay. So I'm starting off with my medicine cards. I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. So the first one that came out was lizard, which that's crazy because I believe the last general read that I did was lizard energy, which is dreaming. Interesting. And then I have two other cards that flew out, but they are face down. So I have my book ready to go. So you have number 36, lizard. This is another repeat. Number 32, ant. And that's patience. And this is crazy. This is another repeat, which is number 24, crow. And that is law. So we have 36, which is 9. Then we have ant, which is 32, which is 5. And then we have crow, which is 6. So before we begin, I just kind of want to go over what's in the book about these two to kind of get in the energy. Let's start with lizard. And lizard is about dreaming. So if lizard dreamed a space in your cards today, it may be time to look and see what is following along behind you. Is it your fears, your future trying to catch up to you, or is it the part of you that wants to ignore your weaknesses and humanness? Lizard may be telling you to pay attention to your dreams and their symbols. Make a dream log and record all that you remember. And be sure to pay attention to each individual symbol or reoccurring pattern. So dreams are very important and you need to pay attention to them. Okay. Then we have 32, which is ant. And if ant meandered into your spread today, it is time to show a little trust and patience in some life situation. You may have forgotten that you will always receive which you need at the time you need it most. If it's not on the horizon or just around the next anthill, you may need to use some strategy. How can you put to use your power of creation until it arrives, whatever it means to you at the time? Ant is working for the good of the whole. Are you? If you are, be assured that the whole wants the same goodness for you and that it will be provided. Okay. I'm starting to kind of get an energy feel, but it's very, very weird. I can't really explain it. Okay, so then we have crow. And if a crow medicine appears in your card spread, you must pause and reflect on how you see the laws of the Great Spirit in relation to the laws of humanity. Crow medicine signifies a first-hand knowledge of a higher order of right and wrong than that indicated by the laws created in human culture. With crow medicine, you speak in a powerful voice when addressing issues that for you seem out of harmony, out of balance, out of whack, or unjust. Remember that crow looks at the world with first one eye and then the other, cross-eyed. In Mayan culture, cross-eyed had the privilege and duty of looking into the future. And you must put aside your fear of being a voice in the wilderness and caw the shots as you see them. As you learn to allow your personal integrity to be your guide, your sense of feeling alone will vanish. Your personal will can then emerge so that you will stand in your truth. The prime path of true crow people says to be mindful of your opinions and actions. Be willing to walk your talk, speak your truth, know your life's mission, balance past, present, future in the now. Shapeshift that old reality and become your future self. Allow the bending of physical laws to aid in creating the shape-shifting world of peace. Very cool. Okay. Wow. Like I'm getting... So there's a patience. There's something that's going to happen that's going to be big, and you've been working on it. You've been shape-shifting and allowing your life to go a certain way, but you really need to listen to what your dreams are saying, because your subconscious is also trying to talk to you right now, and it might be saying, like, you need to let certain things go in order to get what you are wanting. So we had one card. This is our Witch's Tarot. We had one card come out, two cards now. They're both in reverse. That one's in reverse as well. So while I'm doing this, the first card is the Page of Wands in reverse. The second card is the Wheel of Year. It's also the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And then we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Got another one that's in reverse, but it was flipped over. I can't see it. Okay. I think that will be good. Okay. So here's that Page of Wands in reverse. Then we have the Wheel of the Year or Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. Then we have the Two of Swords upright. And then the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is actually kind of creepy because I'm getting like an energy that happened in a reading last night, and it was on Toasty Tarot Nights. So there's something that is not a part of your destiny or your future, and it feels like you're trying to make something happen, if that makes sense. I'm gonna cut this deck. I'm not gonna do flips or flyers. But it feels like that there's something that's being forced, and there's a definite imbalance right now. Your foundation's a little shook, and you're not listening to messages that are coming to you from your passion side of yourself. And there's a choice that is... There's a choice that's happening right now, and it feels like that your heart and your mind are not in alignment. Your heart wants something and your mind wants another. Okay. Wow. So we have the Page of Wands being clarified by the World in reverse. And this is that message that I was talking to you about, where there's a message that's being given to you and there's a blockage there. You're either not listening or you're not paying attention because you're honed in on what you're trying to change. That isn't a part of your destiny. And I feel like this crow energy is playing a part of that, because you can manifest the life that you want, and you can have the life that you want. But at the same time, there's also free will that is at play, and there's also karmic ties that are at play. So if your karma is not great and you're trying to manipulate the life that you're wanting, this old bad karma ties that you have in the past are going to follow you until you've done right with them. As well as like free will of other people. You can't force things to happen with someone else. And you can do the law of attraction all you want and try to get like an ex back into your life. And sometimes it does happen, but at the same time, there's free will that's at play, and you can't force someone to be in your life. And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse being clarified by the Magician, is that you're manifesting a lot of stuff right now. And I don't think you realize how much you're manifesting. And it feels like you're honed in on one certain thing, and it's not for you. It's not a destiny or fate for you. And I was contemplating this the other day when I was looking up different card meanings, because I do go online and I like to just kind of get a well-rounded different thoughts of what different cards mean. And some of them I'm just like puzzled by. And I came across one, and it was in a forum, and they talk about fate and destiny. And one person was saying that there is fate and destiny at play, but it's not all that. You get to create your life how you want it. It's not that like when you get to this earth that your story is already written and it's like, all right, let's play it out. And I agree with that. I agree that there is fate and destiny that happens. And I feel like that there's milestones that each one of us have that is destined to be. But we also have the power and free will to do whatever we want to do. And that might waver from that path. And that's also like the good and evil, you know? We have people that are so awful and evil, and that's not like what was created, you know? That was a decision that was made. That was not a fate and destiny. That was getting off of that and doing your own thing. And I just feel, at least in this reading, that you're focused on one thing and it's not coming to you, and you keep manifesting, but like everywhere around you and other things that you have manifested is coming true, but this thing is going to open up a can of worms. I feel it's going to be something that is going to be more trouble for you. And I feel like that there's this imbalance, and you feel trapped in this imbalance. And that is the Four of Wands in reverse being clarified by the Eight of Swords. So you're feeling trapped, and I feel like it's just kind of like you just don't have the Four of Wands feeling, which that's celebrations. That's being around people, and it's also a marriage card. Some people can say that it is like a soulmate card, but you just don't feel like you have, like someone has your back, or multiple people have your back, and then you feel trapped in that. But the thing is you can get out of this, but you have to like open your heart. You have to be able to allow people in. And I feel like you've been burnt in the past with that. And that's why it's just like, well, I'm always alone, or I don't have any friends, or whatever. And you have the ability to gain that. You realize that. but you just are trapped in it because you don't want to get hurt again. Now, this is your split decision. Your heart and your mind are not in line. And there's going to be a message that is going to be coming to you about this. Page of Swords in reverse. Upright, the Page of Swords is a delayed message. And it's like a message of intellect and a message of thought. And it feels like you're going to be receiving a message and it's just going to really clear this decision up. And I feel like some of you are really leading with your mind. And I feel like that's where this like Four of Wands in reverse is. Because you're thinking about in your mind, like, I don't want to get hurt, so I'm not going to go and put myself out there. But then you have, like, some of you are leading only with your heart, and you're like, I am ready. I'm going to get so many friends or get a relationship. I am open and ready, and it feels like you guys are both, like, needing each other. So, like, the people that are leading with their hearts, you're being too open to people. You are not protecting your heart. Your heart gate is wide open, and that is allowing anyone to come in, including that Page of Swords, which that's also someone that can be watching you on social media as well. And then with the head, your heart's completely closed off, and you need to open up your heart in order to have people come in. Now, I'm getting a lot of shadow energy for the Queen of Swords in reverse being clarified by the Emperor in reverse. And the I'm getting, like, with these being in reverse, I'm getting the shadow aspects of them. So for the Queen of Pentacles, this can be an earth sign. So that's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And you're getting that you're being stubborn. You are being obsessive, like in your routine, and you're not willing to budge. You're also, I'm feeling like critical. You're being really critical of yourself and other people. And it's just like you're stuck in your ways and you're just like, no, I'm not going to waver or anything. And I feel like and that's like the feminine side of you. Then the masculine side is the Emperor. And I'm getting like almost like a dictator, like nasty ruler vibe of like, it's my way or no way. And, you know, you're going to be punished if you don't follow my rules. And I'm the one that's in charge. And it feels like that's kind of like this feminine and masculine energy are really butting heads in who's in charge right now. And they're really showing that shadow side of themselves. And I honestly feel like a lot of it has to do with you're not listening. That's kind of what I'm getting, where it's just like, you're not listening to me. All you do is talk. Which I can relate. But like, all you do is talk. You're not listening. You're not looking and receiving these messages that are coming to you. And these messages are not going to stop. They're not. They're not going to stop at all. And I feel like you're really, with the ant energy too, like there's an impatience thing. So I think that that's a big message for you to just be patient. Be patient with yourself. And it doesn't have to be your way or no way. You need to be compromising. And the thing is you can have it all. with the magician and the crow energy. You can have everything that you want in life. You really can. Yeah, you can have everything that you want. It's just you have to have patience for it, and you have to allow free will to happen. And some things, they might are like, if you want to manifest a certain thing and it's not happening for you right away, or it's years and years later and it still hasn't happened, and maybe that's not meant for you, you know? Maybe if that were to manifest, it would take you on a completely different path where it's, wow, a completely different path that's not for you, that turns you into a different person than what you feel like. Okay, so we have Barmbrack, which is sweetness and synergy. And then we have the Skull of Darkness, which is blind spots. Okay, I'm going to grab the book really quick. Barmbrack. I'm sorry, I keep looking out the window. There's someone that's like pacing down my street. And yeah, they're just looking a little suspicious. A pea, a cloth, a coin, a ring, and stick within a loaf is speckled sweetness. Slice it and eat it. A glimpse of my fate, completeness. Not quite a cake, not quite a bread. Barmbrack is a sweet loaf, larger than a typical bread loaf, baked with flour, sugar, salt, and dried fruits such as raisins. The making of barmbrack is an Irish tradition that still stands around Halloween. The person baking the loaf would be sure to set the intention for love, truth, and synergy whilst preparing. Inside the dough, a number of special items are hidden and baked into the loaf. The objects are used as kind of a random oracle. Each one has a particular meaning which represents the fate of the person who found it in their slice. The traditional objects use a coin, a pea, a stick, a ring, a piece of small cloth like muslin. Some other additions made in more modern times were religious medals. Should you slice of the brack contain a coin, this would indicate prosperity and good luck. The pea, unfortunately, meant that no marriage would occur for you that year. Yet finding the ring meant marriage was certain, and the stick, to be avoided at all costs, indicated disputes and unhappiness, and finding the cloth meant bad luck and little money ahead. Yikes! When you pull the Brambrack card, it indicates a curiosity to know what's ahead, but it's important to balance that with the now. After all, we have the tools to change our future, should we choose. The sweet synergy of Brambrack. All the ingredients, including the objects, are more complete and powerful together than they are individually, should you encourage to seek your own sweet spot. Okay, that's exactly what I've been saying, which is fate and destiny, and wow. To balance, and it's important to balance with the now. And we have the tools to change our future. You have free will. Wow, that's freaking creepy. I say that in a nice way, but these cards sometimes creep me out. The Skull of Darkness, blind spots. We may not wish to dwell there, the shadows, the darkness, the unknown, yet we search, we reveal, and our own power it has grown. The beautiful and mysterious Skull of Darkness encourages us to look to the part of ourselves that normally remains hidden or as unseen as possible. We may not appreciate or like certain aspects of ourselves, and yet sometimes our greatest treasures lie within these areas. How many times have you heard of famous artists or people extremely successful in their fields being bullied for being so different? Yet it is their very differences from others that make them so powerful. Additionally, all of us at some stage of life have certain blind spots that may cause us grief and trouble. Although we cannot see the issue clearly, it is a repeated patterns of pain that may alert us to them, symptoms, if you will. For example, the same things keep happening over and over again, and we may be betrayed repeatedly, fail at something repeatedly, not complete tasks continually. Peace and pattern breaking can be achieved by doing work in uncovering our blind spot, or even consulting trusted close friends or professionals to assist us to see what we cannot. Wow. This is like a message that we've gotten in a previous general reading, which is the I just lost my train of thought. It's the happening over and over again. The Six of Swords and being in that whirlpool. And if you're in that, it's you need to find the root of your problem. And like that said, a professional, like a professional therapist or counselor, is highly recommended. Because not only will they help you with what your issues are, they will also give you tools in order to overcome these issues. Okay, so we got 3 cards. The first card is 44, Supermoon Attraction. That's a really good card. 42, Lunar God, the Masculine. And then 21, Waning Gibbous 5, Resilience. Okay. So 44. The Supermoon Attraction. You can be magnetic to others and attract good things, to attract the good things in life. You can repel what you no longer wish to attract. Be ready for opportunity. Avoid extremes that might cause negative imbalance in your body or mind. Think of connections greater than yourself. And this is the companion stone or metal is magnetite. So this is, I'm feeling like the ant energy too, because it's also think of the connections greater than yourself. Think of everyone else. Don't go about things in a super selfish way. Okay, then we have the 42 Lunar God, which is the masculine. And it is time to step forward and lead. Be the leader in your own life. You have more power than you think. It is time to formally learn more. Enroll in a course and learn a new skill. Offer your protection to someone weaker than yourself. Take steps to improve your health and vitality. And that companion stone is a black opal. So, I'm feeling like with the masculine energy that's over here, that needs to flip. The emperor and the shadow aspect of this masculine energy needs to flip. And you need to be a good ruler. You need to make sure that you're not having dictator energy and you're not being a jerk, you know? And then 21, Waning Gibbous, which is 5. Making mistakes builds resilience. I have learned my lessons from the mistakes I have made. I stand strong. I am an adult and I act with self-responsibility. I am strong and resilient. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is that we all make mistakes and we have to learn from those mistakes, or they keep happening. They keep going, and that's happening over and over and over again. And the biggest thing that, I got out of this is I am an adult and I act with self-responsibility. And I agree. You know, the thing is that we all are adults And if you're not getting something that you're really, really wanting and you're trying to manifest, don't throw a fit over it. Don't be a child. Own up to your stuff. And again, a lot of blockage can be karmic issues that have happened. And so you need to learn from your mistakes and make them right. Well, this is a really cool reading. I'm glad that you guys watched it all the way through. Woo! So make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if any of this resonates with you. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you have a great day or had a great day. And thanks for hanging out with me. And I will see you soon. Bye.